Human beings are exceptionally fragile if we don't allow rules in combat. So, what I mean by that is, he is designed to take damage this way. Human beings are heavily muscled here. He has a six-pack, he has transverse abs, he has thick muscles on his chest, he has the jawline of a Greek god, so it would be hard to do damage, and he's a big head, right? His knees are stronger. The only exceptions are throat, nose, solar plexus, and groin. But I have found in all of our work, groin and eye attacks are either enders or escalators. So if you gouge and he doesn't drop, the level of violence has risen considerably more than it was going to. Okay? So a lot of people teach like, eyes, groin. It does work, but when it doesn't work, when it fails horribly. So, yeah, so I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying don't make it your only tactic. Okay? So, we've escaped. We're now going to try and disable this person. You can disable a person my size. If you attack them like a predator attacks prey, not as two people who consensually fight. There's a reason why in every single sporting event it's illegal to hit the back of the head. Okay? There's a reason why groin shots are illegal. There's a reason why you can't attack small joints. There's a reason why you can't attack knees. It's because human beings are super fragile. We fall apart there. So everything sport combat tells you to do, for their rules, you want the opposite. So what I used to say all the time was go to the UFC website, go to the rules of the octagon, and the first 10 things that are illegal, make those your practice moves. Because if it's hard enough to hurt a professional fighter, like, that's dirty, that's amazing. We want to use that. Okay. Make sense? Yeah. So, for us, we teach something called the Dirty Dozen. It's a modified version of Kelly Wharton's Dirty Dozen, where we get to the side to go with our principle of our hip space. So as he comes in with that hip, bang, when we get to the side, I like to go over top, you're going to go under, or whatever you prefer. We want to keep our hand on this person, because even when we're hitting them, they're going to resist. This feedback tells me if I should move, right? Because our goal is to stay behind the elbow to the best of our ability. Obviously, the fight and things change, but I'm safest here, he's weakest here. He do everything in his power to try and face me. Okay? So as I'm hitting, I want to keep one hand connected, just because I'm like, I don't know what's going on, he might turn. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So, from this position, my mass is behind, everything's good. Our first two shots are going to be open hand palm strikes. Now, I like punching people, but I wouldn't recommend doing it on the street, because Mike Tyson broke his head in a street fight. Mike Tyson. This is a much safer way to hit. Okay? Also, if your adrenaline's kicking, making a fist is hard, and it covers more surface area. So you might get collateral damage, like an accidental eye gouge or an accidental whatever, right? So it's just a better way to hit when under stress. I'm not crapping on punching, you can punch, but it's more precision-based. This is more hitting, and you can get a lot more area. Okay, so from this position, the first two shots we want to hit is going to be around this ear. So, again, remembering techniques and targets doesn't really happen under adrenaline, but remembering zones is much easier. Our first zone, we have 4 C's, like the letter C, on the human body that do where most of the targets are. The first C is right here. Anywhere around this part, anywhere you hit there is going to do damage. Now, why I bring this up, so people ask me, well, if I'm too short, what if I can't get there? People's shape change during a fight. If I need him hard enough in the groin, he's going to bring that target line to me. And so for us, you don't have to worry about doing Grey's Anatomy. You don't have to go ear, mastoid, brachial plexus. You just throwing damage anywhere here is going to get you high results for relatively low effort. Okay? So, ideally, we're going to target the ear. And the reason why is something in your ear called cilia, the little fibers like this that keep you upright. And they're relatively new. If I force enough air down there, it flattens those cilia, and it takes it to your inner ear, and if those flatten, you flatten. This is the highest reward technique we've seen. I'm sure it has failed in all the times combat has happened, but I've never heard of this ever failing if done correctly. So you're going to get to the side, you're going to throw 2 shots. Your first one, ear, and then ear. Just bang bang, yeah. And we're gonna weirdly pet Thor's doing it, because again, I need this info. I need this data coming back into my brain to know if he's going to try and fight back and make a move. Make sense? So you're going to duck under, 2 shots to the ear, but really anywhere here. Doesn't matter where I hit. Cool? Go. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more.
That's so good.
Good. You're behind his elbow. Perfect. We have a bunch of hits. I want to get through the targets today. Anything you do, if it hurts you, it hurts them. You've had your body your whole life. You know what hurts. In the war against my coffee table is 75-0. It's beat me every time. Once I stub my toe, I'm done, right? Again, we're pretty fragile. So in this situation, as I hit bang, it doesn't matter. I can hammer fist, I can elbow, I can whatever I need to do. As long as in this zone, you're doing a lot of damage. Okay? The brain stem is right here. It controls things like heart rate and breathing. So people get hit here, they tend to knock out much faster. And again, if you're smaller and you have damage, this works. And if you can do anything, any type of mass amplifier is going to make that worse. So a pen, a Kubaton, a heavy purse, a belt buckle, anything you can hit with. And think of these improvised weapons. Again, you have the superpower of being able to plan being mad. The attackers usually don't. So from this position, as we're coming here, we're assuming some kind of whatever violence. We come here, one, boom, you just moved, right? You came under, you got this position. You hit one, bang, you came under, you got this position, your hands are here. From here, we're going to look for the escape route. The only place I can assure you, because we're doing this in unlimited space right now, the only place I can assure you there is space where you can leave is unfortunately through them. So you might have been cornering, you might be in an alley, you might be on a bus. If they're there, space exists and they got there somehow. You're never in a box. So when we're doing this, as I get this position, the reason I like this shoulder thing is this is effectively, the spine is like the middle of a revolving door. I can push almost any human being and get out of there. Okay? So that's what we're going to do a couple of times. You're not going to have to run, but I want you to actually practice escaping. I find too many gyms say, okay, you can escape, and then they show you other stuff. They don't actually put reps into escaping. And escaping for this is if you're not duty bound, if you're not supposed to be there, getting out of there is your best move. Right? They pull a knife, don't be like, oh crap, Randy, shoot, Randy, get out of there unless you absolutely have to use it.
Right, okay.
Cool, so let's do a couple to three again, and then we'll go to the escapes.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm
entry to the side, and then just push it away.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're going to push this way and up.
Okay.
And the reason why is stay strong for. If I push in, it goes into structure, I go here. If I goes up, it goes past the structure, and so he moves. One. Boom, push up and away. Nice, good. Good. Also, that also works really well. Creating distance to creating distance. If the person's too big, because people get bigger than Thor. If we get to here and I move back, it's still distance for me to run.
Right. Okay.
Right? So it doesn't matter whether he moves or I move, as long as I'm creating distance. That's the goal.
As long as I don't lose my balance.
Exactly. Please don't do that. One. Bang. Boom. Good.